Hi, welcome to CSC175. I am Jenny Michaels. I'll be your instructor this semester, and I am looking forward to having you in my class. The purpose of this video is to get you started on the right foot and off and running with what you're going to do. This is the home screen that you'll see when you log in, except where it says video placeholder. You'll see this video. Can't put it there yet because it's not created. I'm still tweaking the course, so if anything changes after you watch this, you shouldn't have any problem. Just ask if you get confused. So without further ado, I am going to click on week 1 because that's where we are. And that's going to take us to the modules section. The modules is where all the assignments are. They will be organized by week of the course. And I'm going to click on the syllabus. We'll start with going over that. As I said, I am Jenny Michaels. I've been teaching this course in some form or another for about 25 years. I said very much enjoy teaching it. For that, this is a course about technology. So you will learn about your computer and a little more about your cell phone as well. And you'll also learn Microsoft Excel and Microsoft Access. The good news, no textbook is required. I don't use a textbook. They become outdated too quickly and they're very expensive. So the content that you will see is all curated by me. I pull it all together or create it. I do ask if you come across a broken link or something that's no longer available that you let me know to help me keep things current for you. You also need to have Microsoft Office on your computer. If you already have a computer with Microsoft Office on it, great. If you do not, you can download Office 365 for free using the link I've provided right here in the syllabus. I'll point to it there. For that, all you have to do is sign on with your LR email account and it will be free. If you have version older than Office 2013, I suggest you also use that link to download it. If you have a PC, you will get all of the programs you need for the course. If you get a Mac, you will not get Microsoft Access. You'll need to figure out how you're going to use that program if you have a Mac. We can talk about that closer to the time. We'll be studying computer concepts, including the internet, software, hardware, security and privacy, networks, databases, and then we'll also look at Microsoft Excel and Microsoft Access. You'll be doing different types of assignments in the course, everything from quizzes to projects to tutorials, depending on what we're working on. The course itself is set up to be like an IT internship. So I'm your boss and you are my intern. You get to pick your company that you're interning for. That's one of the first assignments that you'll do. And then everything from there on out will be treated as part of your internship, whether it's doing training and demonstrating mastery through taking a quiz, or whether it's creating some sort of assignment or some sort of document that we can set out to the employees. So maybe we need to let everybody know how to communicate professionally using email or something like that. So you'll have assignments that you do that. I have rubrics that I use for grading. So your assignments will be graded using the rubrics. I am a firm believer in something called mastery-based learning. I want you to actually learn it, which means that there is no one and done on these assignments. I do allow redos. That being said, once an assignment's closed, you cannot redo it. Whatever grade you get is your grade. Okay, so I have the assignment due date, and then I have a close date that is about 4 or 5 days after the due date. I think I have everything due on Wednesdays, closing on Sundays. So as long as you get it in time for me to grade it before it closes on Sunday, if you would like to, if you're not happy with your grade, you may fix it. The same goes with quizzes, with the exception that you get one retake. So you can take each quiz twice. If you're not happy with the grade the first time around, you can take it again, as long as you try before the assignment closes. For Excel and for Access, it's kind of important that you master the concepts before you move on. If you can't do a sum function, then you have no business doing an if function. So I'm a little stricter on the mastery for that, and I will assign a grade of a 1. We'll talk about that more with the Excel. And the Access, if you get a 1, that means you have to redo that assignment, that there's big problems for that. So for that reason, I give a little bit longer turnaround time. I'll give an extra week for resubmit. That doesn't mean the due date's changed. It just means you've got some time to get things fixed if you have them. But again, once it closes, whatever grade you get is what you get. And assignments that aren't submitted are just counted as zeros as part of your grade. And I use a TIP standard grading scale, as you can see there. This is the course outline. Each of the weeks of the course is a module that you'll be working through with all the assignments associated with it, so it's pretty simple and straightforward. As far as attendance goes, it's kind of a strange thing to try to do in an online class, but essentially your attendance is registered by your logging into the course. So if you disappear for a couple weeks, it's like not coming to class. You need to be checking in regularly. And the other information on here is who to contact if you have problems with the internet or Canvas. There's also a Canvas student guide that can help you out. I use the standard academic integrity if I find that you've plagiarized your assignment. And you shouldn't need to do that for what we're doing in here, but it's sometimes tempting to go to the internet and copy and paste and then not give credit if you find you do that. The first time you do it, I'll just say, hey, look, this isn't your work. These aren't your words. Redo it. I'll give you reduced credit. Second time you get a 0. Third time I'll turn you in, which is 3 strikes you're out. I think more than generous. If you try turning someone else's work in as your own work and I catch you, both people involved will get a 0. Okay. Obviously, if you get something from someone from a previous class, which will be a little challenging because I've made major changes to the course, but if you do and I catch you, obviously I can't give them a 0, but you will get a 0. Do it twice, I will turn you in. Just don't cheat. There's too much to learn in this class and it's all very useful. Okay, so moving on. Oh, and if you have a disability, you can work with disability services, and I am happy to work with you in whatever you need. Now, as far as working through the course goes, again, we'll be working in modules. And all the content isn't filled in here, but once you get to the general information training, what you will do, it'll kind of introduce what's coming up, and then you'll have the course contract, which is simple little assignment. This is your first assignment where you're going to introduce yourself to me, okay, using either Prezi or Pictochart, which are a couple different tools that we've got that are available to you that you might like instead of just doing plain Word or PowerPoint. So we've got that. Let's get to here. Okay. And then this is the first mastery-based assignment. So anything with an M after the title is considered mastery, which means you have to demonstrate mastery. And I just realized I need to update that available date to give you a little extra time. But what I want to show you, what you're seeing here, is in order to keep things from getting really long, I've divided each page into tabs. So if you see at the top, the tabs, the first tab here is the instruction. Okay, now if you have been using Word all your life, you've got formal training, some sort of certification, you may be able to do everything in this assignment without watching the videos. However, if you're not formally trained or there's something in the instructions you don't know how to do, I have provided these videos to kind of talk you through them. So I suggest you take a look at that. So you'll see that on a lot of these assignments. This is another thing we'll do for a lot of them is some basic training. So this is where your textbook is, okay? So you don't have a textbook, this is it. On that page here, there'll be a video, some links, okay, for you to look at. Categories of computers. This one here, this one's kind of cool, is it sends you to something called ThingLink, and it should have these little dots here, which are videos that you can watch to give you more information. Okay, so that's how that works. categories of computer, then there'll be a quiz, and you can take that quiz when you're done working through the content. Then you've got work assignments. So I broke things into kind of two categories, either training assignments where you're just learning how to do things, and work assignments where you're actually creating content for other users. In this case, you're going to design a logo for your company. I have instructions here on how to create a graphic, which you'll then insert into a Word document and explain your company to me. And then I think that was, and then you get to introduce yourself to your fellow interns. Okay, so that's the work for the first week. I'm not going to go any more depth into that. Let me close week 1 though, and you can see how week 2 we've got the same sort of setup. We've got training, which will be, this will be a quiz. We've got work assignments, which will be product. The scavenger hunts, where you're going to team with some other interns to do some online scavenger hunting. You'll see that. So we'll work through this. And the whole course is more or less set up that way. Don't panic when you see week 3. These are what I call micro assignments. They are 3 to 5 minute video with an assignment designed to take you 10 minutes or less to work on. So while it looks like a lot, it really isn't, especially if you've had any sort of Excel training. Other things you need to know. Email is probably the best way for us to communicate. You can just go straight to the inbox in Canvas if you want, or my email address is right here on the home page. It's just michaels@lr.edu. I will most likely get back to you within 24 hours. If for some reason I don't, and you haven't heard from me that there's a reason for that, please email again. I do like I said, try to respond in a timely manner. Sometimes it takes me a little longer on the weekends, but usually it's not. And I won't be offended if you resend something. I will communicate with you with emails every week. You will get an email from me at the start of a new course week. Okay, our weeks will start on Wednesdays, explaining what's coming up that week, what you should be working on, what you need to be doing, tips, tricks, and all of those sorts of things. I usually try to include helpful information, so you want to make sure that you check your email on a regular basis so that you get that. Okay, so I know this is a little long. I will try to keep any other videos I make a little shorter, but I do want to make sure you know what you need to know to get started. If you have questions, again, email me. I am happy to help.